27 and 29.
That's true.
That's the entrance to 29.
The two old houses.
Yeah, to the right of the gym. And then 27 was about
more or less where we are now.
Yeah.
And it was very much like M Block, a sort of big overgrown shrubbery in front, and then a great big garden up at the back. And not very well kept, but you could take classes out into it and lose them.
And we only used part of that, didn't we?
Yes,
because there was the youth,
youth
or careers.
Youth and careers and the DEO, and if I remember, we only had the ground floors.
That's right, and the cellar.
Yeah.
But we eventually used the buildings outside to the stables there, and all
used the woodshed at the
and
back.
Then
as Chris Springham used to like it called.
And the nice grassy lawns on sunny summer afternoons.
See the best shot. Those are the trees that they lopped down a couple of years ago, isn't it, by the refectory? So beautiful pear trees.
Yeah. And that's right back to
there's the stable.
The houses.
Chris Springham's
place. And that's the Programme Learning Centre, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing, really, that the whole of the college is built in two Victorian gardens, really.
Do you remember when they were pulling it down? 27?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yes, that was the entrance, wasn't it? Around the side, that's it.
Yeah. And when they pulled it down and was setting
again,
yes.
Oh,
and what used to be the billiard room of the old house was the refectory, come hall, come classroom.
That's right, used to shift everything out in order to go and have lunch.
And all put our feet up on the table afterwards to have coffee.
Bruce Howe put on full-scale dramatic productions in it.
That's right, yeah.
On a stage about as big as a piece of grammar standing on the moment.
Winslow Boys.
Yes, very good it was too.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about the building itself. The actual finger plates on the door were silver, weren't they?
Yes, that's quite an expensive house to build,
it was a very nice house. It must have been in its day, a very nice house indeed.
Stained glass windows at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Victorian angels.
Zinc-lined kitchen.
Upstairs, downstairs, facilities, backstairs.
Yes, green baize door into the servants' quarters.
Right.
Oh yeah, and the bell system, yeah.
Oh yes, fabulous. Rows and rows of these coil spring bells.
Back of it.
Those were the days, boy. I remember you coming, Oliver, and each principal said, you'll never start O-levels, you'll never start A-levels. you just ignored them and let it grow and grow and grow.
Yes, as far as I remember, there was one secretarial full-time course.
That's right.
About 30 kids. There were no O and A-levels full-time. There were, I think, 3 classes part-time English. And there were engineering students up to second year?
Pre-engineering students.
There were pre-engineering who were 15, God help us.
The LC&G 63 course.
Yes.
Yeah, City and Guilds 63, yeah.
And there were 1 or 2 odds and ends in the way of courses from Sainsbury's, police cadets and hospital cadets.
ONCS1s in the evening.
But we had, of course, nothing. We did no ONC engineering in the day, did we?
No, it was just an evening class.
Just an evening thing.
That's right, yeah.
It was all craft work, and I suppose, 4 or 5 groups a day, if that.
Yeah. One pre-engineering course each day.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we built up to 50, built the 5th one up on the Friday after Christmas, sort of thing.
Yes.
And going back to the business studies, I mean, the second full-time course started on the second year I started here.
Yes.
Because I can remember being in fear of
only
taking commercial arithmetic with 20 girls.
There were only, there was no real training beyond that. It was just basic office skills.
Yeah, with Olive.
Good.
I didn't expect to come down and teach commercial arithmetic and GEC, which I found was general educational C course, mathematics for people in Sainsbury's, the post office and everywhere. Measuring curtains, you know, and diabolical.
Good social life, though, wasn't it? There were some super staff dues, very friendly, and some of the dues that we organised in what was the canteen or the old billiard room.
Well, there
really
was
excellent.
There was a little hall, wasn't there? I forget what it was used as at the side, the dining hall.
Yeah, it was the billiard room. It had been built as a billiard room to the house.
I thought the billiard room started in the cellar in 27.
I remember one day when they bought the, wasn't a bulldozer, whatever it is, with a whopping great ball and chain. Yeah. And they did it in the middle of the afternoon. I was teaching, well, we all were over in what's now B block. And the whole place was lined, every single window, with students all the way along watching this, and absolutely no work was done at all that afternoon. You watch this whopping great ball swing backwards and forwards. And then they basically brought the building down in that one afternoon, and after that was just clearing up the rubble.
It's a very short interlude, isn't it, really, the removal of those buildings?
Yes.
Really.
And it was amazing, actually. We never closed the college. I can't remember any day when we said, I'm sorry, it's too difficult, there can be no students. Somewhere or other, we went on teaching all through, didn't we?
True. Right. Despite the noise of all the bulldozers and open windows, because it was done in the summer and very hot.
Exams going on and all the rest of it. But in fact, the courses ran right the way through it. And then gradually we expanded into the new buildings as they came. And then, of course, most of those have had additions since then. And I remember people saying that it was going to be impossible to fill all these massive buildings, and we'd never get enough students. And within, what, 3 years, we were having to take over old houses again, in a sense, back to where we started.
As soon as the workshop was built, the ludicrous thing really was that they put the end on H block, didn't they? And they knew that they were going to extend it by another 12 feet, or more than that, into H2 and H3 as it is now. They knocked that wall down and then simply extended it. But because of some budget arrangement, they had to build it first, knock it down, and then extend it. So typical. Education doesn't change, does it?
It works within the annual budgets. Do you remember when they set fire to all the wood outside the building? As the
criminal, wasn't it, that really? Yeah. It's just like us, isn't it, really? You see us disintegrating.
You speak for yourself, Bob. I'm feeling quite in the pink.
Slow deterioration, you don't really know.
Yeah, the thatch is going a bit like the roof tiles.
And the windows.
You were saying that earlier, Oliver. Yeah. It's that one.
And that's the new college coming up.
Ah, yes.
They're pulling the chimney down, aren't they?
Yeah, yes, on the pulley.
Yeah.
But that will be the side of the gym, I imagine.
That's right, with the chimney of the heating
that's right,
plant.
You have a gym. Do you remember we had a battered old tennis court?
That's right.
And if the kids had PE, we took them out on that and made them bounce up and down.
Play tennis, play football, and please can I have my ball back from number 31?
Yes.
That was the time when they put up the first structure for B block, and someone backed into the basic framework and moved the foot, and it measured 1.5 inch difference diagonally from top to bottom in 2 ways, and they had to dig it all out again. Reposition the foot.
Originally, of course, the idea was going to be that we'd be in B in business studies. I've forgotten where they were, but we, you know, over the years, as what departments have grown or shrunk for various reasons, we moved around quite a lot.
That was a major change when we moved out of F block.
Yes.
The building college became a arts college building on its own. We moved then into K block, and you moved into F block.
I remember the row we had to persuade them to build this pond, and they wouldn't play because they said it wasn't educational. It was just an ornament. And in the end, I had to say that I needed it for biology teaching. It was a necessary adjunct, and it's still technically on my books. It's my pond.
Quite right.
For A-level biology.
It must have been Brenda's pond then.
Yeah. Brenda originally organised all the plants for it and the animals.
In those days, we didn't have any nonsense about specialist subject teachers. Roughly speaking, I did the arts and Brenda did the sciences, and that was the lot.
That's it.
And very good it was too, I may say.
Jack of all trades we were.